Contestant number 30, Miss Senior Pennsylvania. Welcome, Miss Pennsylvania, is an experienced teacher who has worked with seniors. Professor Silva will host a physical education class for senior women, where she will teach seniors the importance of sensuality and exercises basic to the music. Let's welcome Professor Silva as she teaches her physical education class the importance of sensuality for seniors.
Welcome, class. We're going to have a great time today. It's a wonderful day here at Shady Pines Retirement Home. The sun is shining, and there's no reason why we can't move a little. Now, I know some of you are in wheelchairs and some of you are in walkers, but we're going to put the brake on that wheelchair and stabilize that walker, and we're going to do a little movement. Now, before we do that, though, I know there's a subject that's really been bugging all of you for a long time, and that is the issue of how to be sensuous. You know, when you reach the age of elegance, you still are sensuous, but it gets a little difficult. You know, when that guy comes down the hall in his wheelchair knocking on your door, what do you do? Well, I got some ideas. So we're going to talk a little bit about just how that can happen. And first thing I want to talk about is what you should not wear. This pair of white bloomers is as outdated as that Model T you once rode in. Now, I don't think I have to explain. Or, you know, you might try these beautiful stockings to get a little activity going here. Or, how about this? This is a teddy, and it's the latest. So you really ought to be aware of this. So now, there's one more thing you should have in your goodie drawer. Because when the going gets a little rough and the final act is about ready to happen, you might need a little help. So you might try some KY jelly. Now, I'm going to teach you how to be a cougar. What's that, Marie? No, that's not some animal that you get shooting coming out of the jungle. That's a woman of elegance who still wants to attract a virile man, maybe a younger man. So in order to do that, you do have to move a little bit. So I'm going to teach you a little bit of a movement that I think you'll all be very familiar with. So again, I want you to put the brake on your wheelchair, secure that walker, and we're going to do a little bit of movement. But in order to help you understand this, I'm going to ask you to think about an experience I think you've all had. Remember when your family started whispering and said, I think it's time for Mom to go for that Alzheimer's test. And you went into the doctor's office and he said, now draw the clock, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, and you had to draw all those hands of the clock. Well, I want you to think of that clock, and when the music starts, I want you to move the best way you can, thinking of the Alzheimer's clock. Okay, here we go. Remember, you've reached the age of an elegance and you are sensuous. Don't forget.